But there's something going on with modern game design that I see and I don't really like. It's all... I suppose the easiest way to describe it is... Actually, not even that way. It doesn't even work because it contradicts what I just said about the fucking... the kiting gameplay. But, in a sense, I suppose in a game like Battlefield, for example, first-person shooters, the one thing that people want to eliminate in first-person shooters is camping. So, what you get in a situation like that is the situation where the attacker always wins. But the defender always loses in those situations, and then the defender respawns, and then he counterattacks. So he's the attacker, and the enemy team is the attacker. I mean, is the defender. And usually what you have there is usually you immediately fucking die. Because he knows exactly where you are, and then hones in on your position. You can twitch your way out of that situation, but not a lot of people can do that, and in a lot of cases... it requires you more or less just abusing every little thing out of the game, and to the point where it just becomes disillusioned with what the fuck you're doing. But that's not the thing that I'm getting at, I suppose. That's not the thing that's going on in here. It's a whole lot of... I suppose the same thing is... I suppose the defining feature, or the defining thing between that and what I'm talking about, is the emphasis on speed. What is it with speed? Why is going fast such a fucking core gameplay tenet? Think about Twitch, for example. A game decided by Twitch is basically a game of speed. You have to be faster than your opponent in order to win. That seems to basically start running aground in every single game that I play. It's one thing that I keep seeing and I don't really like. I like mostly slower gameplay, and not necessarily slower gameplay, but you can have Twitch shooter gameplay, but in a sense to where I tend towards units that have more or less naturally, units that have more health, so that by having more health, I dictate the pace of what's going on. But a lot of ways, those units are very far and few between, and in a lot of cases when they show the fuck up in games, they're immediately made unmeta by the speed gameplay, or the speedsters, who sacrifice durability for enhanced maneuverability. And then those people proceed to whine and bitch and complain about the units that have durability as their major advantage, until those units get nerfed into the ground and become completely irrelevant. Until you have the speedsters basically fighting each other as they start to float towards the fucking ceiling. And this is where we get a situation like, for example, Titanfall. Why I hate Titanfall gameplay is because it is completely not my fucking cup of tea in terms of how shooters should play. I don't like it. I hate it, and I don't understand everyone's fucking fixation with it. And once again, I have to, to everyone who defends that kind of gameplay as competitive, I have to say, why aren't we just still playing Quake? Oh, that's right. Everyone stopped playing Quake because people got really fucking good at Quake. So we stopped playing it because it stopped being fun. So now we're just trying to kind of run away in different games that are morphing back into Quake, and if you tell me that Titanfall 2 doesn't have anything in common with Quake, you're fucking wrong. So, in a sense, what we're trying to do is we're trying to outrun the skilled people, but people are sort of trying to find, I suppose, their own niche where they can become skilled the fastest, so they can have all the fun and they can run the game. You see where there's kind of a problem going on here? Verado's playing Battlefield 1, once again. But, do you see where this isn't really jiving? It's sort of the meta game of all the first-person shooter games, of all the Twitch games, is the speed at which you ascend to being pro at that game. That decides who wins the game, because once you get to that level where you're completely dominant and you win every single game because you're so fucking awesome, nobody wants to fucking play against you and the game is subsequently abandoned. Because if it wasn't, we would still be playing Quake and Unreal Tournament. Remember those games? Those games are still around. People are still making those fucking games. Modern games are slightly different because they're slightly slower than that, but honestly, in most circumstances, they're trying to be that game. Like, look at how the Call of Duty series has, I suppose, evolved. Oh, I might actually get this guy. Ah! 2 torpedo hits. Wait. Yeah! Yay! I actually hit a destroyer. But like I was saying, so look at the way Call of Duty has sort of evolved, I guess, in lieu of going to a modern setting, or a future setting with all this like wacky future tech. What does it start to look like? It starts to look like fucking Unreal Tournament. And people tell me I'm wrong, I don't see how. You have fucking double jumping in Call of Duty. With the, fucking hell, Black Ops 3, and then Advanced Warfare, and then Infinite Warfare. I haven't actually played Infinite Warfare, so I don't know if there's fucking double jumping in it, but really? The only difference between that and Titanfall is there's the fact that Titanfall has wall running intrinsically. Which is more or less combining Unreal Tournament and Tribes. So I have to wonder exactly how people don't actually see the fact that we're still playing the same fucking game 2 decades down the line, but people professing that, oh no, it's different. Not to me. I haven't noticed a fucking change. It's still the same Twitch bullshit, where it emphasizes that you be incredibly fast and basically ignore 90% of the game in order to be good at it. Which just seems like a fucking waste. That's I suppose, my disconnect with most modern games, is the fact that in order to be good at them, you have to basically forsake literally everything going on in them. So all these wonderful theatrics, they spend so much time crafting into these games, like holy shit, it's why they make single-player campaigns to begin with. They just kinda don't fucking matter to a person who's trying to be good at the game. Oh, you've seen it already. You've seen that reload animation a bunch of billion times. Who fucking cares if there's depth of field on the side of the screens? It doesn't matter anyway. It's just a distraction. I need to be good. I need to keep my kill-to-death ratio up. I need to keep the rhythm of fucking slide hopping up so I don't look like a scrub. It's like I get around the map as fast as humanly possible. This is not why I wanted to play video games. However, most people who play competitively don't seem to have any problems with this, and it bothers me to a very, 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 very base level, because these are the people that most people are trying to emulate, and these are the people who for some reason decide what goes on in the game, even though they honestly disrespect everything in it aside from the core building blocks, the Duplo blocks that make up the gameplay. So, you understand my frustration with this, even if I am rambling on. I mean, really right now at this point, I'm playing Carrier, so I've got plenty of room to ramble. Because I might not actually fucking accomplish anything. However, there is a destroyer heading towards me, so maybe I should pay attention to that. But, like I said, going back, way the fuck back before I went off on that massive tangent about speed, I like playing units that, because they're durable, they give me a chance to actually center down and sort of dictate the situation. You can't just out-twitch me and instant fucking kill me because I have health. However, those units are going bye-bye for some fucking reason. 2 of those are going to hit. I might get 4. Might. Nope, got 4. In it goes. Bloop. Wait. Son of a bitch. Alright, fine. Good torpedo beats. Now I gotta worry about that fucking destroyer. Ah, there he is. I've been detected. Oh no. But, and also, so, as I was saying while I'm getting pelted to death, because this is nothing new, I either get killed by a destroyer or I do nothing. And we're already losing. Once again, no chance to actually affect the outcome of that game. Or of this game in general. Nope. God damn it. This fucking engagement ring. And he's fired the torpedoes. So now I must turn into the torpedoes in order to not fucking die. Actually, rather, turn this direction. They're all going that way. He misfired them. Or rather, he fired them in kind of a bad angle. But then again, that's a Shirasuryu. So he's got torpedo reload. You see, there they are. You see? The Kitakami may be dead, but the torpedo hell lives on. Why is my other dive bomber squadron sitting right over there? What the fuck am I doing? Alright, so now we've got a kind of an entertaining situation. So now I'm in close range with the destroyer. So let's see if we can actually gunboat him. Let's actually get some comedy in here, shall we? He's got a while before his torpedoes reload because he's fired all of them. Even used his torpedo reloader. I'm gonna abuse the map boundary and slide to the left, avoiding all of his torpedoes. Haha! I'm a tactical genius. As I sit here lamenting about the fact that gameplay is getting ever faster for no apparent fucking reason, even though it's kind of the thing that people hate at the end of the day, isn't it? Get in there. Thank you, Dive Bomber Squadron. Okay, so he's fucking smoked up. Okay. You know, if he can still... Yeah, he can still see me. This doesn't make any fucking sense. Actually, no, he can't see me. Okay, good. If you could spot someone in smoke while a cyclone is active, that's not fucking right. Good. Good, I don't have to worry about that then. I have to close into distance because I'm not going to get the fuck away. So let's see if we can gunboat him down. Unfortunately, my deck is on fire, so I can't really do anything. Secondary guns! You see, there they go. Get in there, you saucy fuckers. However, I don't have enough health to keep doing this. And they all miss. And there are the torpedoes again. Oh well. Game's basically over! I basically just would have had my pride if I won that, but... Go well. Why do I need pride? I'm just a YouTuber. Wait. Nope, thread right into them. Well, that's why you don't auto-attack, because it actually doesn't actually attribute anything to you. Wait a minute, hang on here. Wait. Nope. Game is basically over. So in a sense, right here in this situation, I ask you, what was the whole point of me being in this game? What is the point of a CV player in this kind of situation? Because I didn't capture any of the points. I couldn't really do anything. Honestly, I think I could probably squeeze some more energy out of this if I took off evasive maneuvers and my planes were faster. But in this sense, I have extraordinary little impact on how this game plays out. And someone's being extraordinarily mad in the comments. Well, not in the comments, but in the text. I'm not mad, I'm just kind of wondering why the fuck I was here in the first place. Whatever. I get my mad out as it seeps out in little tremors, little aftershocks as I complain about the current state of, well, modern video games. And the game is over. Congratulations. At Shiratsuyu didn't even get another engagement after he killed me. I still made 600 XP. Right? Yeah. Still got 600. Oh well. Little bit more. But I suppose my major situation, or I suppose the derogative of doing these Grindfests is basically it's just a lot of time to fucking ramble as I'm playing it most of the time. Especially in a game like World of Warships, where you've got plenty of time to ramble, because there's nothing really going on. I don't know. More or less what I see, honestly, I don't want to I don't want to sound like that one guy who's just, who's not up for a competitive challenge, because I am. It's just that in most cases, the competitions that are arranged aren't really to my liking, because they all center around shit I don't care about. Like, I could be an amazingly fast Twitch shooter if I really fucking wanted to, I just don't. But most people say, well, you don't want to, then you don't get a fucking say. And it's like, wow, that's a really fair system you have there. My opinion doesn't matter, because I don't want to play your shit video game. But then again, I suppose, I I suppose the highly skilled players are also facing a bit of a, I suppose, a downturn in terms of other video games. You know, the ones that aren't League of Legends or Dota. Or Counter-Strike, which there are actually extraordinarily few very popular competitive games, because most games that sell really well don't actually revolve around competitiveness at all. Like, for example, Call of Duty. Which, under most circumstances, and honestly, a lot of the game is anti-competitive. Shit, there are a lot of anti-competitive elements in Titanfall 2. Which is why, in a strange way, competitive environments in Titanfall 2 are kind of interesting in the fact that they ignore like 70% of the game. Which, to me, once again, is just kind of going, what? And also, I've got this thing. I got a bone to pick with going fast, more or less. I suppose that's going to be a recurring argument no matter what I'm playing. However, I'm going to be playing Last Titan Standing because that's just the right amount of fast. Because you're in a fucking robot that has some sort of weight to it. You can still go fast, and there's still a lot of Twitch gameplay. It's still really fast. However, the Titan itself is kind of, as I found, more or less exactly the speed that I want it to be at that point. But most people complain about Titans being slow as fuck and they don't want to use them. That's not meta. They're distractions. They're expendable. But, honestly, there's this one thing. The way that a game like Titanfall 2 views proficiency, I guess, as to continue rambling on in this argument with basically no structure whatsoever. I'm just airing out my opinions at this fucking point. The situation being that, the most clear example I can give is the way, for example, in Capture the flag runs. Like, if you get really good at flag runs, if you find your routes and you can, chain together the, your slide hopping and your wall running and whatever, you can cap a flag in 15 seconds on some maps. That's impressive in itself. However, I have to go and wonder exactly why Respawn managed to make a game with such, with such levels of theatrics, all this wonderful design, all this detail, all these minute, nuanced pieces that are, presented to you as you play, for the most efficient and celebrated form of gameplay to be so fast that the game is over in 45 seconds. This seems wrong to me. It seems like a massive waste of everything that went into the game, if it was over that fucking quickly. But again, nobody seems to have a problem with this. Nobody seems to care. They just keep doing whatever the hell they want. Or like, they're just good at the game, so they don't care. Like, for the very few people that are actually still playing Titanfall 2, yes, the game is growing, however, it still had an absolutely disastrous fucking launch for a AAA game. And, well, it's not exactly, the game functions. And that's about it. I still kind of worry about going into Last Titan Standing and not being able to get a game for it when I want to record for it. That's still a problem, and for a AAA game, that's not an issue you want to have in your game. But I suppose that's a completely other different set of issues for why the game isn't popular. Be it robots aren't cool for some people, I don't fucking know, or people don't really want to play a Twitch shooter like that. It seems like Twitch shooters are, whatchamacallit, well, the shooter genre in itself is suffering from a bit of, issues currently. And all of my torpedo planes are being gimped by 2 Bismarcks. Oh, fucking amazing. Yeah, my focus AA is still active. You're not getting anywhere fucking near me. I mean, you could sit there and kind of dick around a bit, but, oh, hey! Wow, I actually managed to kill a ship. Amazing. I'm just gonna hide near this Montana. What has the enemy carrier done? Nothing. Congratulations. So the enemy carrier has been focused entirely on killing me, and I just hit T and did focus A. And now his units are basically worthless! He has essentially wasted the entire game trying to kill me, and he has miserably failed. I may get taken out by this cruiser, however, he's still not really gonna do anything. Now they're retreating, having accomplished basically fucking nothing. Good plan. I'd like you guys to attack some of these fighters, please. Thank you. Just keep shooting at them. It doesn't actually really matter. He's not actually going to get anywhere near my ships. The New Orleans might, you know, pop my fighters, but, well, I've done enough fucking damage. And all of his planes are now dead. Well, most of the planes that I was attacking. I might actually get a strike in on this New Orleans, while his AA is busy trying to defend those fighters. Huh. Well. Mistakes into miracles? I think so. He's gonna keep backing up though, so I'm not there. Well, never mind. So yeah, that carrier player basically accomplished fucking nothing this game. Amazing. So, no, seeing exactly what the fuck just happened there, I have to wonder, once again, what the fuck the role of a carrier is if they can't attack themselves, and I basically got lucky with that Bismarck. I'm happy I got lucky with the Bismarck, but eventually, that's nothing to rely on, that's nothing to really, you know, actually count on, in terms of turning the tide of a game. We were basically already winning by that point anyway. I basically stole that kill is what the fuck happened. Oh. Modern video games. Just in general. Why must you have so many fucking problems? Then again, I suppose they're more sophisticated. I suppose we're making progress, and I suppose all my complaining is relative. However, what's not relative is the fact that I just tried to approach this battleship, and then my entire torpedo squadron got deleted. And you're thinking, oh, well, maybe you should send all of your planes in at once. Well, if he focuses AA, he's not actually going to get anything done either. If he focuses AA, the squadrons are still going to melt at just as fast. So, I'm still wondering exactly what the fuck I'm supposed to do. I could probably send the dive bombers in. That's what I could do. They're just kind of sitting here doing absolutely nothing. But we're going to win, so anything I get now is just sort of a bonus. I don't know, maybe it's the monster in my system. Maybe that's why I'm so, maybe that's why I'm so open to complaining. Maybe it's all the ocean air. And if it weren't for you, I'd be without a care, setting sail for St. Elsewhere. Okay, one of those squadrons is inconvenienced. It seems like there are just a lot of elements in this game that just make playing a carrier amazingly frustrating. Like, to the point of being useless. Or at least, unnecessary in a lot of cases. Well, he's dead. Good game, I guess. I really wish I could play a Hodnik right now, but I can't. I need to keep playing above tier 6, because that's the only way I can get special boats. Oh well, I've heard the Katori is nice, though. The guns kind of suck because they've only got 4 of them. But they're in 2 turrets. There's no armor, but the guns are extremely accurate. It's got torpedoes, and apparently it has hydroacoustic search. Which is which would be pretty entertaining for fucking around with lower tier boats. So at least that'll be entertaining. So I can go through all this horrible, horrible suffering, and then go back down into lower tiers where the game is actually somewhat more fun. 21 planes. 61 XP. The enemy of Shikaku got 61 XP. He spent the entire game trying to kill me, and that is his reward. 61 XP. But I got 1,000 base XP. Holy fucking shit. Oh, fucking amazing. We actually made significant progress. But yeah, you see, that's what happens. That guy is what happens when you try to kill it. Well, you try to kill a CV up here. You can't. And you can't really do that at the lower tiers either because the CVs don't have sufficient firepower to actually kill each other in a single strike. So, I'm looking for decisive action in the CV here. What the hell is the decisive action, though? There doesn't seem like there's anything decisive. You just kind of randomly pick at people until they drop dead, and you get kills, and you kind of just scrape the XP off the top. You're kind of not supposed to be there. You're kind of a vagabond, a fucking carpetbagger. You're just kind of, like, taking advantage of the situation. And then that's it. You're not actually, like, a strategic element in the game, except for the fact that if there is only one carrier in the game, one side's going to win because they're being harassed constantly. Two carriers having binary balance like that, they just cancel each other out and nothing gets done. And even then, the AA now is so strong that even one... Honestly, I think if I was the only carrier in the game, I would still have fucking problems attacking things at this tier. Even if I was alone and by myself. Had no air to worry about, because there are seaplanes fucking everywhere, and the AA for battleships is hilarious. But, enough of my rambling. We've got just a teeny tiny bit more to go for this stage. And I've still got more in me. So, we'll keep fighting.